All right, good morning. My name is Simone Falls. I am the co-chair to the Everyone Home COC Leadership Board, and I'm here to welcome you along with my partner Mo to our in-person COC member meeting. And it's a two-day meeting. We'll be here today all day and tomorrow all day. Hopefully you all can stay and enjoy and join us tomorrow as well. We'll have lunch tomorrow for everybody, I believe. Yes. And I'm gonna pass it to Mo, who will go over the agenda, and then we will start with public comment.
Thank you very much, Simone. My name is Mo White, as Simone said, and we have been co-chairs here for a number of years. This is the fall meeting, so we did have one meeting earlier this year in April. We try to have a couple of meetings a year. So this meeting agenda will be, let me go over today's agenda. Where's the clicker? Did the clicker go? Oh, it's not working. Okay, well, I will talk about the agenda. After this review here, we will have a public comment period, and we have some people signed up for that. If I believe that we'll call their name and you can come up and make your public comment. We have a mic that will roam too, so that will make that easier. Following that, we'll have a presentation on a refresh of the Home Together plan. This is a 5-year plan that our COC put together about 4 years ago, and it needs to be extended for the next 5 years. And we will hear from Alameda County Health and Housing Services for that. And after that, we'll have a quick presentation by the Benioff Homeless and Housing Initiative, Understanding Black California's Experience of Homelessness. That's a very interesting report that they do a lot of studies and are in the forefront of knowledge about homelessness in the Bay Area. After a break, we will then have a conversation about that presentation. Lunch will ensue after that, and then we'll have a panel right after lunch of understanding barriers to shelter and services for individuals with disabilities, and that's another very important topic in our county. Finally, at the end of the day, we will talk about person-centered approaches to encampment response. So today is pretty much a day of learning, questioning, talking about the issues that are facing our county at this time. And tomorrow will be more of a business section. In the morning, we'll be voting on some nominations and some updates to our charter. I think the information is available for you on your table. We'll also be talking about the NOFO, which is a big grant that our COC receives, and that NOFO will be discussed right after lunch. And then we'll also talk about the 10-year housing plan, how to get more housing in Alameda County, and that will be presented by the Housing and Community Development Department of Alameda County. And finally, we will close out with supporting purpose people with lived experience in COC work. That's another panel, as well as racial equity activity that we're engaged in this county and the COC. So we have a pretty full agenda. There's a lot to do, and I'm glad that you're all here and we can get together online as well as in person. So did we get the clicker to click yet?
All right, while they work on the clicker, a few housekeeping. The restrooms are right through this door to the left. There's an exit around this way too if you go to the right. And of course, there's two doors there. We have water in the back if you need water. And I encourage you all to network while you're here. We don't often get to be in the same room together, so I encourage you to meet somebody new that's unfamiliar to you and get to know them. And then also, just a reminder that we are having lunch for people with lived experience of homelessness. Mo and I will join you for that, so I encourage you that if you fit in that category, I guess, or it's the best way to say it, but if you fit there, then please do plan to join us. We would love to talk to you and hear more about how we can support you and community members that you may know that are struggling with housing. We'll go ahead and get started with public comment. I'll start with people who did check in. You have 2 minutes for public comment, and you're free to share whatever it is that you'd like to share. If you have questions, if you have answers, we will try to answer them here. If not, then we can try to get back to you with the answer. Otherwise, feel free to share whatever is on your heart. And the first person I have, I believe, is virtual. Emma Welty. If you are online, you can unmute. Okay, it's like they may not be present or ready. So the next person is here with us, Jay Harper.
I just want to say thank you for allowing us to be here. My name is Lejeune Harper, and I was unhoused on Wood Street for about 10 years and one of the resident leaders on Wood Street. So I'm just going to share a little bit about, our experience since the executive order from the governor. So this executive order directs state agencies to move urgently to address dangerous encampments while supporting and assisting the individuals living in them and providing guidance for cities and counties to do the same. Since the order was placed, we've seen violent sweeps happening in San Francisco where Mayor London Breed promises to make people camping outside uncomfortable. In Oakland, people's wheelchairs being demolished and doctors saying they can't continue to treat their patients because they have lost contact because of sweeps. One of the strategies that other cities are using is to incarcerate or place people in 5150 status that refuse to cooperate with police. Vigilant crimes against homeless people have increased, and more housed residents across Bay Area cities are reporting about the blight and public defecation because of the executive order put on by the governor. People in the community think that they can take matters into their own hands in addressing homeless because they feel the law enforcement is behind them. We have witnessed waste of thousands of dollars on salaries and equipment to protect the workers from unhoused, when we have been in those communities for years and have never seen a sweep turn violent from the hands of our unhoused residents. We have been people placed into tough sheds with the promise of the city that they're temporarily in a tough shed for a max of 90 days, but the average time that it takes for a person to receive housing through the coordinated entry system takes a minimum of a year to actually get housed. And that's if you have a high score to get matched with placement and can navigate the system yourself. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ajay. We're gonna go back to Emma on Zoom. Emma Welty, you can unmute.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know if anybody could hear me, but I just want to take a second to comment on the new coordinated assessment protocol. The new
Let's come back to you. Emma, we cannot hear you just yet, so we're gonna come back to you so they can connect to the speaker here in the room. All right, so the next person in the room is Ray Corona.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ray. I kind of wanted to, I wanted to touch on one thing specifically that's personal to me. Both of these are actually the AI tool that we use, or that I use, and I see a lot of people use it as well. It's an Otter AI. I use it as a tool, and it helps me take notes. And because it helps me take notes, I'm able to stay up to date and stay a little more accurate and consistent with all the meetings. So with that, I just want you guys to know that we should continue to use the AI. And if you guys need help on using the AI, we can always like create something so you can learn how to use it. And it's not something where you're like, why are we using AI? And AI is bad. You can understand the benefits and the negatives as well. So I'm totally open to that. And I'm sure the community is open to like learning and teaching people a little more. The last one is vote no on Prop 36. This is just like a wasteful approach that makes California less safe. Prop 36 is an extreme measure that will waste $750 million in taxpayer dollars, cut funding for mental health, drug treatment, and rehabilitation programs, and do nothing to make it safer. Prop 36 is the wrong answer. We must have an all-above approach to stop fentanyl use and improve public safety. But Prop 36 is the opposite of that. This is a one-size-fits-all prison-first approach. It will lock up people who are not a danger / desperately needed money for proven crime prevention and treatment programs that cost taxpayers hundreds of millions more on prisons. Prop 36 is too extreme. It's so extreme that even stealing a candy bar can lead you a felony, which is ridiculous, right? That's too much. It's a gross overreach that brings back the 1980s drug war style tactics. Yeah, so vote no against it.
Thank you, Ray. We're gonna try again online for Emma Welty. You can unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, I just wanted to comment on the new coordinated entry policy that's requiring clients to receive a current living situation assessment once a month. This policy is really inaccessible and unfair for the most vulnerable, unhoused clients. Furthermore, the actual capacity of coordinated entry staff to conduct these assessments is insufficient to the pool of people on the housing queue. It would be, I think, prudent to provide or change the policy so that anybody with HMIS access could do the current living situation assessment rather than just the workers with CE access. There's very short supply of people with CE access doing outreach, which means people who don't have a phone or cannot actually physically go into a housing resource center are very unlikely to get these assessments done. And it's going to cause a lot of frustration and confusion among people trying to receive service. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Emma, for your feedback. Next, we have, I'm not sure if this person, I believe maybe they're in person, Michael Freeman. Makai Freeman. Okay, we will move on to the next person, Antoinette McCullough.
Good morning, everyone. I am a current employee at CalPEP, located at 2811 Adeline Street. The reason why I'm here is because I have a great interest in what we do. I am your current outreach beast. That means I walk into any encampment, street encampment, private encampment, locked up encampment, getting high encampment. Those places are kind of like unsafe. And I've seen clients have described to me the ordeals that they go through, from drug dealers hiding out in there to them having guns in there. Well, I never let anything discourage me. I am a native, born and raised in San Francisco in the Fillmore district. So if you know where Fillmore is, then you should know that once you leave from there, it's like falling out of a plane and landing into the jungle. So when I merged over and came and decided to be a resident here in Alameda County, I said I have great work to do because they would not open the doors to let me in to do my work there. So I made my name here in Alameda County. I am kind of like frustrated because all the people that are here in different counties are not from these counties. When COVID hit, most of them were dropped off on a one-way ticket. People who suffer from mental health were put on buses and just let off anywhere. That's unfair. That is very unfair. Before you can actually house someone, there's other steps that you need to take. One is literacy. There's a lot of people who cannot read and write. They should not be embarrassed, and I tell them, just tell someone what your barriers are or what's hindering you, and you can get the access of the things that you need. Now, for instance, I was homeless from 2013 because I had to take care of my own grandmother as a home care provider. And I took care of her all the way until her eternal resting place. So then that's what caused me to move. Oh, I did that to you guys, sorry. Thank you.
I can do a quick check before we move on to the next agenda item. Is Arlene Hip here, present, and speak, and Jennifer Ellis? All right, well, that concludes public comment for today. We do have people signed up for tomorrow and people who have signed up for either day that did not check in today, so you will be called tomorrow if you are not called today. And I'm going to pass it to Jonathan. And he's going to go over the Home Together.
Thank you. Do we have the slide? Anything?